Hi, my name is Jamin and also known as Retro in Korea, Nandos. Today I'm gonna show you how to add Google Ads in Renpy. So there's no time to waste, I'm gonna start right now. First, I'm gonna use Renpy version 7.3.3 and Raft for building an Android project. So I'm not gonna explain how to install Renpy and Raft and JDK 8. Also, I'm not gonna explain how to make Google Ads account and get Admob app ID and banner ID, so we can focus on actual process. So first I will make a sample project with default settings. So click create new project and continue, and name will be sample project, continue, and I'm gonna use default resolution and just keep continue. After sample project created, I'm gonna select Android, and if you didn't install the Raft, Renpy gonna install the Raft. So yes, it will take some time if you didn't install the Raft. Okay, just Raft installed and proceed. Renpy launched again, and with sample project, I'm gonna select Android, and I'm gonna select install SDK and create keys. So yes, processing, and so if you already installed the Android SDK and create a key, so you can skip this. So I'm gonna create new key, and yes, my organization name will be Retro, and continue. Okay, so configure. Project name will be sample project. And short name will be a sample project. Package name will be company, retro, and sample project. Continue. Just I'm gonna use default settings because I want to keep this simple. So continue, and I'm not gonna use in-app purchasing. Continue, and I'm not gonna use expansion APK for keep it simple. So keep continue. And I'm gonna use internet for connecting Google Ads server, but actually in here, you can select both yes or no. Because we're gonna insert user permission for internet in Android project, which means even if you select no in here, you can manually insert permission in Android project. But for now, I'm gonna select yes, because I want to show you how this option will be applied in Android project in later. Select yes and continue. And I'm gonna select yes, this is the best choice for most projects. Continue. After you configure the project, let's click build package. So Renpy gonna build your project as APK files, but you won't use APK files. What you want to use is the processed Android project which Renpy used to build APK. So build is done, and this is the builded APK files, but we won't use these files. What we actually gonna use is in the Renpy folder. So I'm gonna go to applications path because I'm using Mac, and if you use Windows, you gonna know where you install the Renpy. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the Renpy folder, which is in here. And I'm gonna go to the Raft folder to extract the project which Renpy used to build APK. So go to the Raft in Renpy folder, and I'm gonna use project folder. This is the Android project which Renpy used to build APKs. So I'm gonna copy this project folder and paste it to my desktop path. So we're gonna use this project folder. And you're gonna need Android Studio for open this project. So I'm not gonna explain how to install the Android project. You just search the Android Studio in Google and install the Android Studio. And I'm gonna close the Renpy. So close the Renpy. And I'm gonna launch the Android Studio. And before start, I'm warning you that you have to back up your previous Android SDK path if you're using Android Studio for other purpose, which means in configure SDK manager page, there is an Android SDK location string in here, and you have to back up this if you're using Android Studio for other purpose. Because we're gonna replace this SDK location with Renpy Android SDK. So if you don't use Android Studio for other purpose, that's fine. But if you use Android Studio for other purpose, you have to back up this, and after build for Renpy project is done, you have to replace Android SDK location with previous one. So that's what you have to know about. And so I'm just back to the front page, and I'm gonna click open an existing Android Studio project, and I'm gonna open project folder which I copy and paste from Renpy wrapped folder. So I'm gonna select project and click open, and Android gonna ask you, do you want to use Android SDK built-in Renpy or you gonna use default one? So I'm gonna select use project SDK, which means Android SDK location in configure settings gonna be replaced. So use project SDK, and Renpy Android project will be opened. And in Android Studio preference, Android SDK, you can see that SDK location just changed. And cancel. And so this is the Android project built by Renpy. So first, what I'm gonna do is that waiting for Gradle sync. You can check Gradle sync in progress bar in here. And please don't use plugin update in here, because updating Gradle version will be broke your project. And after sync is done, I'm gonna go to the Renpy Android and manifest and Android manifest XML. So I'm gonna add new permission in here. So new permission for Android, just zooming for bigger font, and uses permission Android name, Android permission for internet. So we're gonna use internet for accessing Admob server. And in fact, this permission already exists in app manifest Android manifest XML, because I enable access internet in Renpy configuration. So duplicated permission will be automatically handled, so you won't have to worry about that. But I insert this code in here for case you didn't enable internet permission in Renpy launcher configuration. So after I enable internet permission, I have to go to the app manifest Android manifest XML, and I have to add metadata for Android Admob ID. So in here, I'm gonna remove this bracket because I don't know why this wrong bracket exists in here, but this one has no red bracket pair. So I'm gonna remove wrong bracket, and I'm gonna add metadata and zoom in Android name, company, Google, Android, GMS as application ID, and this have to be equal. And after that, Android value, and in here you have to add Admob app ID, not a banner ID. This is very important. So I'm gonna use test app ID, which I can find in official document. So I'm gonna copy this and paste in here and close the bracket. So you can find your Admob app ID in your Admob webpage. So after add metadata, save the both Android manifest, save, and we have to add dependency for Google Ads. So go to the Gradle scripts and go to the build Gradle for module Renpy Android. And in here, I'm gonna add new implementation in dependencies block, implementation, company, Google, Android, GMS, play service as 1700. And I'm not gonna use 18 because for now, GMS 18 has a bug with Android 10. So I'm gonna use 17 and go to the file sync project with graded files, and graded sync will be processed. So wait for graded sync. And after graded sync is done, there's just error in here. Failed to resolve. Company Google Android GMS Play Service 17. So what is the bug? So little typo in here. Not sorry bytes. It's a service. Not service. Services. Insert S in here. Now save again. File. Sync project with graded files. And beautiful. So library for Google Mobile Ads just insert in our project. So now head back to Renpy Android, Java, and library SDL app and SDL activity Java, SDL activity. So in SDL activity class, we're gonna make new Admob instance. So zoom in, and I'm gonna expand import, and right after here, I'm gonna import company, Google, Android, GMS, and add request, and copy and paste, and add view, and mobile ads. So these three classes are the classes we're gonna use. So in SDL activity class, you have to find onCreate method. So where is the in here? So we're gonna modify onCreate method, which will be called after application just started. So in this method, we're gonna insert our code in here. So first, we have to initialize mobile ads. So mobile ads dot initialize and add context as this. And after initialize, you have to create a new mobile add request instance. So create a new request, add request equal new add request builder build. So it's like you create new builder object, and after creating new builder object, you call the builder method. Not builder method, build method. So after creating new request, create new add view object. So add view equal new add view, and we have to insert context. So this as context, and add view dot call set add size for setting view size. So I'm gonna use smart banner, which size and position will be automatically determined. So I love smart banner, but if you want, you can use other kind of banner. So I'm gonna use smart banner, and after that, you have to insert banner ID, not the Admob app ID. So I'm gonna use test banner ID. And of course, if you have an Admob account, you're gonna find your banner ID in your account page in Admob webpage. So I'm gonna use test ID in official document. So I'm gonna use this, copy, and call set add unit ID and insert test ID. And finally, I'm gonna send a request. So add view, load, add, and insert request. But this add won't be displayed because I didn't add this view to main view. So in here, I guess this layout object is the main view in this app. So I'm gonna use m layout dot add view, and I'm gonna add view as a child view. So code is done. Save, and I'm gonna make test build. So go to the build apk, So APK file will be built. So build is done. Click locate. And here we are. So there are many kind of builds by CPU, and I'm gonna use this one, which contains all. So you can test in your actual device, but I'm gonna use BlueStack. So virtual Android. But if you want to test on your actual device, that's fine. So I'm gonna drag and drop this APK to BlueStack. And APK just installed. I'm gonna run this. Waiting for seconds. Here we are. We get our ads in here. So this is how you implement Admob in your Renpy project. And of course, this is not a production build, which means you have to build with your key store. So if you want to build a production APK, you have to use build generate signed bundle or APK. So click here. So I'm gonna use APK, not an app bundle. But if you know how to deal with app bundle, it's okay to use app bundle. But for now, I'm gonna use APK and click next. And you have to select your key store path. So basically, Renpy will automatically create your key store when you install RAPT and install Android SK for first time. So in here, you can create new key store, but you can also use key store by Renpy. So I'm gonna use key store by Renpy. So choose exist, and I'm go to the applications, Renpy, and RAPT. And I'm gonna select this Android key store. And default password for alias and key store is Android. And select alias and Android. Okay. And alias password also Android. Click next. And I'm gonna build as release as a pull APK signature. Before I click the finish, you have to change your path to outside of your project path. So if I build inside of this project will be broken. So I'm gonna change destination folder to other path. So I'm gonna go to the desktop path and create a new folder in here called build, and I'm gonna put APK files in here. Click open. So you must change your destination folder to outside of your project. And click finish. And generated signed APK. So APK file successfully created. And I'm gonna check that. That file in here. So in release, there are 4 APK files. So if you want to make it simple, you just use universal binary. Or if you want to users download smaller binary by their CPU, you gonna use these files because universal gonna contain all of these. So I'm gonna test signed APK in BlueStack and drag and drop signed APK to BlueStack and whoa, install failed. I think I have to remove previous one. Remove, uninstall finished. And install again. Installed. So it works. So that's all. If you like the tutorial, please subscribe me and like this video so I can make more videos for you in English. So that's all for today. Bye!